to the Select Start Network. I am one of your hosts, Justin Larche, and we just keep kind of upgrading in the world, I find. And let's just go around the table and say hi to everybody.
Hi, I'm Colin Burns.
Cole Fears.
I'm your boy, Liberty Roundtree.
Shut up.
Hey guys, okay, that was the most tempered fucking intro I think I've ever. We were just having such a good time fucking shooting the shit. Having a good time and the camera's going.
So nervous.
What the fuck line? What's my line?
What's your fucking name?
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, new set's pretty good though.
Yeah, I was gonna say like this is.
Yes.
I'm very happy with this.
I mean, our old set's literally a foot to the left.
Yeah. Well, we had to get the new set because a goddamn crybaby couldn't stand anymore.
All right. I'm just gonna call me out like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Can't take a sick.
Okay,
Can't take
you know what?
waterboarding.
It's
baby.
the thing was I was wearing like my Vans both of those times, and they're not comfortable shoes, and like
Yeah.
okay, fuck, it's
Fucking baby.
I'm a star, and I need my special privileges.
You're not
Your
a
red
star.
leather.
I need my red leather, or I'm not coming on the show.
It's a red
That's
leather
what you
day.
were last week.
Yeah, I demanded. I was in my trailer waiting.
Your trailer's just like the porta potty in the back. Just like, I'm gonna occupy them, motherfuckers.
Why isn't there Wi-Fi in here? Fucking porta potty. Shut up.
Holy shit. Well, how you guys doing?
Very, very good.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking chilling, dog.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm still probably a little bit tired from last night.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, when I got back. To let everyone know, pretty much what had happened was last night, we started at 6. Yeah, 6. We all came in at 6. And we did the mini narrative for my school project, and I had these guys as crew and cast. We did it for we probably started around 6:30, I'll be honest. Like, we didn't start right away.
No.
And we finished roughly about 9, so we did about 2.5 hours for what I'm hoping is 3 minutes. I haven't even touched the fucking file yet. Like, last night I got back, I was tired, I didn't go to bed right away. I was just, my body was so exhausted, I passed out for like, finally around 1 or 2 in the morning, I finally passed out. But the entire time I was just like, what am I gonna do? And I've been watching a bunch of H3 like highlights and podcasts and like a bunch of stuff, and now I realized, oh look, I think his name's Ethan, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Ethan. I like the way that he talks and the way he presents himself. Like, it's very reminiscent of the stuff that I do. So I'm like, yeah, this fucking dude, this is some good shit. And then I was also going through my head the shit that we did yesterday. And so I don't want to say too much about what the short's about, because I'll put it on the channel once it's done. But there are 2 things that happened, or 3 things that happened last night. That, oh my fucking God. So one of the scenes is supposed to have someone getting force-fed water. That was one of the things that's supposed to happen.
It's not.
Yeah, so it's supposed to be, yeah.
But somebody was force-fed water.
Yeah. So Liv, what was supposed to happen in the scene exactly?
So the scene was gonna be, it was like we're doing this whole like, it was like a torture kind of thing. Anyway, in the scene, I was supposed to get water like kind of like fed to me, just like poured in my mouth, and it was supposed to be a little dramatic, so it was gonna go everywhere. But I had a gag over my face, and the gag was just like, it was like a T-shirt we wrapped up, it was just around my mouth, and so what was supposed to happen, he's supposed to pull the gag down and then pour the water like in my mouth.
Yeah.
So we get into it, and we're in the scene, and I thought we were doing the lead up to the
Heat of the
scene.
moment, right?
I thought we were doing coming up to the scene.
Yeah.
I didn't think we were doing the water part yet. But fucking Colin over here, he was playing the guy that was fucking pouring water on me. So this motherfucker comes up, does not remove my gag, just starts pouring water on my face. So the scene that was supposed to be, okay, this guy's getting force-fed water, I got fucking waterboarded. I got waterboarded for a fucking short film.
A school project.
A school fucking project.
The best part, I'm sitting behind the camera, right? I'm like, hey, action. Colin delivers his line, everything's great. He goes, starts getting the water. I'm like, all right. I'm about to say cut, but I'm like, let's just see what pans out, because I'm curious.
Fuck off.
I
wanted to see where this one went.
Well, because like Colin and you know, there was general fear in your eyes. I didn't know why at the time. And then Colin was just so into the character, right? So I'm like, I have to. Like, I can't say cut yet. And then the water comes, and I'm like, and I stop. I'm like, oh shit! Like there's no like his gag's still on, and fucking Lib to hear him like like literal like fucking deer in the headlights, afraid. Like you couldn't move. You were.
If you can see my face, so I don't want to do it because like I got my mic here, but like my face was covered like right here.
Yeah.
And just my eyes, I was like, I was fucking screaming in my thing. And then I was like zip tied at the arms. I started freaking out. One of my arms just shot loose. The last one to say is me like breaking loose of my stuff and like, moving around and stuff. And then when it's really done, I have my arm out. I just grab my thing and I'm like, you didn't take the fucking ring off.
The best part for me is I don't think I got the boom in the shot that whole time.
You better not. I swear to Christ, because if not, these guys are gonna have some words with you.
I put on a fucking. Not even. I wasn't even acting there. I legitimately was terrified.
Well, you couldn't fucking blame me
He
at
was
that
so
point. I was like,
all,
holy
all
shit.
aggressive and just started fucking doing it. And I was like, okay.
Okay. And then the other thing that made me laugh after was improv from you schmucks was the slap.
Oh yeah.
Like
we did it once. I ended up actually really liking it.
So, but it was like one of those moments where it was like Jesus kissed raising the bar or something, and just like I'm thinking just like a little. No, it's as clear as day, and I'm just like, holy fuck! And everyone just like goes quiet for that split second. I was like, cut? Like I don't know what the fuck to do with this.
All right, I want to tell one story about that.
Go for it.
When we were shooting that one, it was kind of on the fly. He did it once, and then he didn't do it again. And I was like, hey, I like that. Let's do that again. So we both agreed to that. But it's one of the scenes that we actually had trouble shooting just because we kept forgetting our lines. We kept like laughing because it's kind of funny. But there's this one where he just came out. Most of the hits were like this. It was
like on the cheek, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it was like right here. It wasn't that bad. And then he just comes up this one time and he says it. He just fucking wails me in the face. And then he does it and he knows what he just did and he just starts laughing. I'm like, that was the best slap and you fucking messed it up. But you hit me so hard.
Because I remember because after you're like I can hear ringing in my ear right now. Like I
It
can't.
clocked me. I heard like the
This whole podcast is just making me look like a piece of shit.
it was fun. And it's gonna turn out great though.
Probably.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for the art. I'm making Lib suffer for the art.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We went full Heath Ledger on me.
Yeah,
God.
Full Jared Leto.
the whole time I felt like there was some weird pent-up aggression between Colin and Liberty.
I didn't know.
I was like, yeah,
I'm just like,
he's
I'm
like,
fucking
fuck
doing
you,
it.
Liberty.
Doing it. I get the chance to slap it. I'm doing it.
This is
doing
why
the full
I've
thing.
wanted to do this to you since the beginning, since we first met.
I didn't even mean to do it that hard that many times, and I legitimately forgot to take the thing down. I'm so sorry about all of that.
To Colin's favor, every single time he hit me or like he did that, whatever he did, always as soon as we were done shooting, he was like, I am so sorry.
Yeah.
Like, he was like the first to like apologize and like help me out with
You
shit.
can tell the
So,
Canadian of us is like, oh, you okay? Like, dude, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to hit you that hard. He's like, no, it's okay. And you started like, holy shit.
It's funny when we were acting though, because it was as soon as he did that really horrible stuff, he had to stay in character for a bit so that the shot could end.
Yeah.
So like I kind of was offended when you like slapped me and then he was still like in character, and I was just like, I know you're acting right now, but this is kind of offending me.
Yeah. But for real, dude, fuck you. Oh my god. And then the other one was, again, you guys had done this awesome little ad lib where a character's name is pronounced incorrectly and then Colin corrects him.
Yep.
And it was just this, like, the name's Falcone and then Colin.
I pronounce it Falcone,
Yeah.
and I have to correct him.
And it's like, but again, we did, first of all, the first slap was like, what? Literally 6 or 7 takes? About? Yeah. So like that was brutal enough as it is. And then the other one, it was about 2 or 3 takes, and it was just like, it wasn't just one tap, it was like, Mr. Falcone, and you could hear the wet like goosh, goosh, goosh every time. Oh my god. Oh wait, I just remembered another one. It was when his fucking Colin, I can't remember if you actually did it or not, but you grabbed the cold water. Oh yeah, it was the first one, right?
It was the very first take. We went to go do it.
So I brought in 3 water jugs, right? Because like I'm doing my detox December thing, so I had one with the label still on. That was my drinking water, and I brought 2 other ones in case we ran out of water, we could use the other, like for reshoots, we can use those jugs. Fucking Colin goes, grabs the first one, and I mean, when I say it's ice cold, like it was in the car for
ice
3
in it.
days. There was literal ice chunks in this giant 4-liter thing of water. So he just fucking grabs it, starts pouring, and I'm like, cut. And I'm like, that's the ice water, Colin. You're like, oh! And Lynn's like, yeah, Colin, what are you doing?
I was still getting that point. I was like,
Oh my god.
So many mistakes on my
the
part.
thing with the one slap you're talking about, the Falcone slap.
Yeah.
You shot that from 3 different angles. So it was guaranteed I was going to get slapped 3 times, at least 3 times. And we did about 4 or 5 takes.
We
of
had to
each
do
one.
so many takes that there was like 4 or 5 lines of dialogue
Yeah.
after
And
that. We
I
would
could
flub
tell
them
by
and
the
shit.
end you were kind of like, you're just going like,
Very sorry, yeah, because it's
but you were doing it off the bat, and then you're like, I'm going to fucking hurt him if I keep doing this.
it's like the skin starts breaking and there's like, I
I
can't
should
stop.
probably
Stop.
We're not even shooting right now, Colin.
gotta say a character. Gotta say his name right.
God damn it.
That's an acting.
All right, you guys want to talk about disaster artists?
Yeah.
I mean, not to throw it off topic, just
Yeah, no.
to keep
Yeah,
moving
so
on.
first of all, a couple of weeks ago, Colin, Nuno, Cole, myself, and Rami, we all went to his apartment and went to go see The Room, right?
Yeah.
Because we all knew that Disaster Artist was coming out, so we wanted to go all see it. So this Friday, it was this Friday, eh? Jesus Christ. So this Friday, we all met up, Liberty, Colin, myself, Nuno, and Cole. We had to go see The Disaster Artist. And I'm very much so happy I watched The Room before seeing The Disaster Artist.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to say the movie, again, not like spoiler free, but the movie doesn't, not to say depends on you seeing
It's
The Room.
enhanced.
But yes, it's exactly right. It's very much enhanced because then you can appreciate more of the certain scenes that you see or the Easter eggs that they throw in there for certain parts. Like it was very good. Fucking not James Franco, Dave Franco, the younger brother, did a very good job playing that character. Like holy
fantastic.
shit.
Yeah.
It's the first time I've ever
Very
watched him been like actually impressed with him as an actor. Like I'm looking at him thinking, oh, that was good.
Well, because usually he always plays like the snarky little young like bullshitter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Like-
this time he's playing this genuine like insecure guy who grows into himself, right? Like so it was very fun to watch that. And then Lib and I we were talking about. I think maybe we all talked about it, but I was really impressed with Paul Scheer. He's in the movie.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the how did this get made cast is in there, but like Paul Scheer, known for being a comedy dude, like always doing like these slapstick shows or whatever, and like, always having a good time with Human Giants and stuff like that. In this role, he's just a straight up like he's a serious guy, and there's this confrontation that happens where I'm like, holy fuck, Paul Scheer, like. You got your chops, man. Like, don't ever, like you should. I would love to see him more serious roles after seeing him in this. It was really good.
Definitely. Another person that actually blew me away in that movie was actually James Franco himself. I mean, I knew, going into it, he's Tommy Wiseau. He's gonna do the voice. He's gonna have these goofy things that he does. Didn't expect him to be doing a Tommy Wiseau voice and have an actual emotional performance. Like even like the scene at the end with like the tears and stuff. That genuinely was good acting, and that was just like I think he got nominated for like a Golden Globe or something.
Yeah,
for
yes,
Best Actor.
Best Picture of the Year, and best comedy of the year. I think that's what it is, and best action, best lead. Excuse me.
So and when I first saw about that, I was just like, oh come on, he's just doing Tommy Wiseau, and then you go in and watch it, and you're like, he's acting.
And it's a total transformation, right?
Yeah.
Like the way that he talks, the way that he his motions.
Is like where his arms are placed when he's like walking.
Very
and doing
stilted,
things.
very much like the way he throws the ball and stuff. It's very much like Wiseau. Even like in the prosthetics.
Yeah.
If you didn't know there were prosthetics, it was so fluid. It was such a natural look to him, and like even like the half-cocked eye that Wiseau has, fucking Franco had it. It was impressive.
Yeah.
Even the laugh. Ha 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 ha.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Like just opening the mouth, looking up.
I thought when he had the sunglasses on, he looked
Oh, yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
like one-to-one
Yeah.
like
Because
Tommy.
the only thing that was different about Wiseau and James Franco, honestly, is the eyes themselves. Because eyes are like such an individualistic thing for a person.
Yeah.
But the jaw and like even like kind of like how the wrinkles and stuff were on
Yep.
Lizzo's face were all there with James Franco.
Oh yeah, and even when they had the like the posters, they redid the Room posters, they had the giant billboard advertisement, like they redid it all, and it's like I very much I'm like, for a second I had to stop. I'm like, wait, is that the original, or is that the one that they just made up? I'm like, holy fuck, man, like it's such a good job.
What I like about the Disaster Artist is how they they didn't caricaturize Wiseau.
Yeah, yeah.
They didn't like use him to be like a funny character to prop up, like, oh, look how wacky this guy is.
Yeah.
They actually made a real character. Franco did a good job of that, and the movie really treats him as a person.
Yeah.
throughout.
And I was saying this after the movie. I'm like, it really. And this might sound mean, but I don't give a shit. But it really made me realize how much of an asshole Tommy Wiseau was.
Yeah. Oh
Like,
yeah.
I thought maybe he was just some understood dude. No, he was misunderstood, but he was also a prick, right?
Yeah.
He it felt like he became like, again, this could be a very over exaggeration of the character of the person, but like he felt like almost like a single child who didn't get his way, so he just had a fucking fit.
Yeah, that is honestly though how like a lot of people perceive Tommy when they say like they meet him. It's like he's a really individualistic person. He needs focus and stuff like that. But I think the movie did a good job of making you feel for Tommy, like making you understand his pain and why he wanted to do all these things. But at the same time, it was like he was an asshole on set. You gotta realize that.
He was.
They weren't afraid to point it out.
Yeah, they weren't afraid to do that, and that makes what makes him feel even more like human. Like he has flaws as well. He's not just some. He's not just a lovable idiot.
Yeah.
He's more than that, you know. And
Well, you realize that the lovable idiot was by accident. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's not even trying to be funny or anything like that. He's
That's-
just being himself.
Like,
Yeah,
like the fame could almost, especially this new fame, you could say that almost could go to his head.
Yeah,
Right?
honestly.
Because now he's like, oh yeah, the thing was totally a fucking comedy the whole time. It's like, no, Tommy, come on, don't, just don't. But yeah, I would say like a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was a little bit too short for the whole story. I found.
Yeah.
The story should have been a little bit longer to explain a few things. But yeah, I would say it's like a solid 7 out of 10. I would watch that again with a bunch of friends drinking while watching it at home.
My only thing is, I would really have loved to see how the editing process went with that movie, because the movie was like, aside from how it was shot, all that stuff, it was cut together kind of weird too, like how the scenes were picked and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Where the establishment shots are, like at the church and.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to see that, but when it comes down to what the Disaster Artist is, it's based off the book. In the story of the movie, like before they start editing, Greg Miller, I think, is that not Greg Miller?
But Greg, it's Greg.
Yeah, Greg Sestero. Who's Greg Miller? Kind of funny. That's it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Kind of fun.
yeah, but Greg Sestero, he leaves and goes away, and he's not a part of the editing process at all. So from his point of view, he has no idea what happened. And
Yeah.
Tommy
And then he
Wiseau-
sees it for the first time, and it's like,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I mean, I understand why that part they couldn't elaborate on, but I think also they should have went more in depth on what happened after the movie was released.
yeah. That's what I would have liked to have seen, because the book follows that.
Yeah.
Right. So it would have been nice to have seen that part. But like, we also, knowing the fame, like the infamousy of The Room, we already know what happened. So I think that's what the movie kind of relies on for like the viewers. Like you know The Room, you know how it started, you know where it went. So we don't need to show it to you.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
But I still would have liked to have seen like the empty theater, and then watch it gradually build, because that's
Yeah.
what happened.
Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen people actually going to like midnight showings of The Room before?
No, but like I've heard,
It's like-
I've heard the
it's-
reaction.
yeah.
It's a madhouse.
You know how Rocky Horror Picture Show used to be?
Yeah.
People used to go on stage and act it out, and everybody would yell the lines.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Like every time they view it, people bring spoons. For like I forget what part it is, but
It's during the entire movie. There's just any time where they're in the room, there's just framed pictures of spoons everywhere.
So people bring spoons and they throw them out during scenes and stuff like that, and everybody's yelling like, "You're tearing me apart, Lisa," all that stuff. So I mean, it's honestly I really want to actually go to one someplace.
It would be
because
nice. But like
it'd be such an experience to go there and be with a crowd of people that love this terrible thing.
yeah,
you
see,
know?
I could not do it again where we just sit down and watch it for real. Like I would lose my mind. I'd be like, Raimi watched it. She was fucking yelling. She did like the Blair Witch and like went into the corner, like faced against the wall, and I'm like, oh shit, someone's gonna snap here.
That's me during Suicide Squad. Every podcast gotta
Every
bring it up.
yeah,
Fuck
there you
you,
go.
Suicide Squad.
Every time he sees a hand tattoo of a smile, he just runs away now.
Yeah.
I kill that person.
I was the only person who wasn't freaking out during the actually watching the room because I was just genuinely enjoying it for like how bad it was.
I enjoy
really
it
liked
for how terrible it is. Like, it's you know, the whole point of it, it's so bad it's so good.
Yeah.
It's just the same thing. It's when I watch it, I have a good time. Obviously, from a filmmaker standpoint, there's a lot of really like weird shit they do. But when it comes down to the stories and the themes and stuff like that, it's so fucking laughable.
So I was talking to my friend Alex about this, and he's closer to my age. He's a little bit younger than me, but he also has a friend who's maybe around your age, like all your age.
Yep.
And we realize it's kind of a generational gap thing. Like, so technically I'm still a millennial, but the younger millennials love that movie for the meta reasons.
Yep.
It feels like the people my age, a lot of them, hate that movie because it's just a fucking dumb movie. It's a terrible, terrible movie. I can see both sides. But I could never ever want to watch that movie again.
Well, like to speak on that, like I got into the movie literally out of I feel like the reason most people do is everyone says this is so bad, it's so good. You kind of get like kind of forced into it. You hear so much about it that you're like, all right,
Well,
I gotta experience it.
You see all the stuff online.
Yeah,
too.
and then if you experience it and then you have a good time with it because you already know it's terrible going into it.
Yeah.
The reason I honestly got into it is because I worked with one of my buddies named Spencer.
Okay.
He loved the movie before I even heard about it.
Yeah.
And he talked to me about it and stuff, and then he told me, he's like, you have to watch it. So I went and watched it, and I came back, and you know, from there we would just quote it at each other. We were working in a kitchen, so if it ever got slow, we just yell across the kitchen like quotes and stuff.
So
it's a good experience outside of the movie that made the movie better for me.
I realized it's, and you're not gonna like this, but it kind of reminds me, it's obviously not to this bad degree, but it's the Rick and Morty fan mentality.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you completely.
like fucking like, it's so good. I'm Pickle Rick. Like the people who do that all the time. It kind of reminds me of that, where sometimes when he finds out someone out who's a room fan, what's one of the first things they'll do?
Oh, hi, Mark.
Yeah.
Or I did not hit her, I did not, like they'll do the whole thing, or you're tearing me apart, Lisa. All of that. And it's like, oh, this is like rabid fan base, like Jesus Christ.
My only thing on that is I feel like a lot of Rick and Morty fans don't actually.
Oh no, they're
watch
savages.
First of all, they're all crazy. But it's like when it comes to like the level comparison, it's like a Rick and Morty fan will go to a McDonald's and scream at employees for a sauce that honestly wasn't that good. It was just Justin Roiland made a joke about it.
Yeah, I think.
And then sorry, I'm just gonna. And then then when it came to like the room, it's kind of like you quote it with somebody else. That's it. It's not like you're screaming quotes at each other.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like with Rick and Morty, there's the fans feel some sense of superiority.
Oh yeah.
That because the show is actually good, but with the room, when someone quotes it with you, it's kind of like you've seen it too, you know.
We're both like dumb and we love this stupid thing.
Yeah, and it's less sort of, I guess, cringy.
Yeah.
Because
the room's kind of, it's not niche by any standards, but it more so than Rick and Morty is.
Yeah. So going on this whole like it's so bad it's good, or it's just bad and you need to make fun of it. You guys yesterday were watching little clips of a Neil Breen film. Yeah. Right, Jim, I can't believe you committed suicide. Why would you do this, Jim? Jim, I can't believe you killed yourself. I would nominate any Neil Breen movie to be 1,000 times worse than The Room. Where you will. Have you ever seen a Neil Breen film?
I haven't, but my point is going to be that there is, as much as The Room is known as the worst movie ever, there is way worse movies out there.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, I would love to sit everyone down and be like, "Watch this, motherfuckers."
The Neil, what's the,
any of them, any of the three, or I think he made the fourth one, Pass Through or something like that.
Yep.
Where it's always the same fucking story. He's this character who's like this almighty, powerful, godlike creature who has magical powers from a rock, and then people die, and there's no real consequence, and then he gets what he wants, and the movie ends. Or big corporations kill themselves. Yeah. There's literally like a scene of like I can't remember which one it is anymore. I think it's the one where he's like some super hacker for whatever reason. He's hacking into the government mainframe, not explaining what exactly he's looking for secrets. And then he's standing behind this, like in front of this green screen of the quote unquote White House. And he's like, all right, I've unleashed all the secrets, the terrible secrets the governments and corporations have. Not saying once what the fuck these secrets are.
Yep.
And then there's the big head corporations are there. He's like, I am now resigning as owner of the bank. The bank, not like the Bank of America or fucking whatever, Citibank.
big bank.
The bank. And then, gone out of nowhere. Goosh! And there's scenes of dudes in fucking bathtubs slitted their wrists and stuff. And it's like, what the fuck is happening? I would love to watch one of those movies.
Okay, we have to do that like live one of these times.
Yeah,
Do one
I
of these
would
podcasts,
love-
set that TV up right there with fucking
I
one
would
of those movies.
love to
We
do a
gotta
theater
that.
mode type thing, like or a
Yes.
fucking mystery
Yeah.
science theater, master pancake theater style thing. I would love to fucking do that.
Okay,
That'd
can
be
I
fun.
throw a question out to everybody then?
What up?
Other than The Room, favorite, so terrible, so just genuinely terrible, it's enjoyable movie. Favorite.
Samurai Cop.
Samurai Cop?
Samurai Cop. It's fucking brilliant. The entire thing is like framed really badly, so like the bottom of the frame is like here, and the top of the frame is like up here.
The
like
shit
every
we're learning
close-up
not to
shot. Yeah, exactly. The shit we're learning not to do. And there's like lines of dialogue like every woman in the movie is there just to have sex with.
Yep.
Literally, like he goes up and talks to a woman, and he's like, "How are you doing?" She's like, "Do you like what you see?" And he's like, "Yeah, I look what I see." And she's like, "Can I see what you got?" And he like looks at his dick and shit. It's like the most fucking pointless movie ever. And it's called Samurai Cop because he's apparently like from Japan. He's like fluent Japanese or whatever, but he can't pronounce any Japanese words. He picks up a sword twice in the movie. It's
my
just
God.
such garbage, but I love it so much.
Mine's really obscure. If you guys aren't ready yet,
for it.
have you ever heard of
Go for it.
Cool Cat Saves the
Oh
Day?
my
Of
God!
course, of course.
Oh Jesus
I've
Christ!
not heard of this.
You don't want to. You want to, but you don't want to.
So, Cool Cat Saves the Day is a story of a grown man in a cat suit pretending to be a child.
a cat,
But, or cat.
a child cat, cat
Yes.
child.
But it's like throughout the story he stops bullies and stuff, but it's so weird.
Yep.
It's the entire time it's like the story doesn't really make sense. The character there's scenes literally of like a bully comes up to a kid and says, "Hey, you're stupid," and then Cool Cat's like, "You're only bullying because your dad is mean to you," and then the bully goes, "You're right, Cool Cat. Let's all play hopscotch." That's the character. And what enhances the movie so much more is a YouTube channel named I Hate Everything did a
Yeah.
whole thing on it, and the creator
Yeah.
of Cool Cat was aggressively trying to sue this guy.
Yeah.
And was like taking him out and sending him death threats.
Oh,
and
yeah,
stuff
and then
like
did
that.
like the copyright claims. And be
Yep.
like, this
Yeah.
guy's just stealing things from my movie and like
Yep.
taking it down. Did the same thing with yourmoviesucks.org. Like the same thing, just would. And these guys, these YouTubers, right? Yeah, I Hate Everything and yourmoviesucks.org. They were just like, nope, we are not taking
Yeah.
any shit of this. Like they just constantly found ways to either put it back up, re-upload, or just fought him against it to the point where that dude, I can't remember that guy's the director, creator's name.
Derek Savage.
Derek Savage, thank you. Where he's just like, just gave up pretty much because he knew it was a losing fight.
Yeah.
Like, because like fair use, fucking, I Hate Everything and Your Movie Sucks responded to one of his videos that he posted online being like, this is not fair use. And it's like, here's the context of what fair use is according to the
Yeah,
law.
literally explained it.
Yeah, and then like they just destroy this dude. And then he just, dropped off the face of the earth. And also this Derek Savage fuck. Has the audacity to have these other videos where it's like self-defense videos, gun training, knife fighting, and like one
And
of
he
the
makes
scenes,
kids movies.
Yeah.
He makes fucking kids movies.
and like it's like the fucking the self-defense stuff is so terrible. Speaking from doing a self-defense Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu,
Yeah.
in Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and then Muay Thai, watching this bullshit this con man is selling people.
Yep.
Like one of the things, I'm gonna get up for this, so I'm gonna get cut off, but it's fine. For the knife fight, he's like,
He's just not making any
and
fucking
reverses
sense.
like that. Like, how is that not? How is that defending yourself? Like, you're out of your
All
fucking
right,
mind,
we're gonna
dude.
get up and do your knife fighting. I'm gonna show you how I defend this. Okay, so you're
Yeah.
doing your knife fighting.
Yeah.
I just kick you.
Literally, like, the junk's there for days. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's so fucking dumb, man.
Anyway, for the reason, I mean, Derek Savage is a fuck, but
Yeah.
the reason I really like the movie itself is it's a movie where you watch it and then you're looking and something happens, you just
Yeah, like you need someone
What?
else to be there, be like, are you seeing this shit
also,
right now?
again, just going back to it, grown man without, I think his voice is changed to like sound a little bit squeakier.
Yeah.
In a cat costume, calling Derek Savage, the creator who's playing the dad with his wife, calling them daddy and mommy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fucking weird.
And he hangs out with kids.
Yep.
It's mind-boggling. You watch it, you're like, why is this a thing? Why is this happening?
Also, there's a random jam session with guitars.
Yep.
And it's to this point where Derek Savage is trying to make a franchise out of Cool Cat.
Yep.
There's coloring books. I think there was an interactive game or something. There's
Yep.
a bunch of stupid shit.
There's
that
like
this
flash
fucking-
games and
Yeah.
shit that he made.
So fucking bad, man. So bad.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anyway, but anyway, that's my.
That'd be
pick
your
for-
nomination?
Yeah.
All right. I got one. It's kind of weird, and it's only funny to me because I watched it with a friend.
Okay.
And we just watched. We queued up something online, and we watched it together. And it's like a horror movie, and it's called The Bye Bye Man.
Oh my god, yeah.
Oh,
And I
I've
fucking-
heard of that.
And it's a really boring movie.
Yeah.
But the only reason it was really funny is because the amount of jokes like I could make, because it's really up my alley with the humor.
Yeah.
Because it's like the bye bye man, the see you later guy, the fucking
Wait, these are real characters?
No, he's just making
I'm
fun
just,
of it.
I'm making fun of it and like changing the name, and it was so funny throughout the entire movie. Like we were just both laughing at all the different things I was like coming up with during the movie iterations, and I really enjoyed just watching that as like a bad movie.
Yeah.
Shitty horror movies are the best.
Yeah, and yeah, they're pretty good.
Especially like old school, like 80s
Slashers.
C-level shitty horror
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
They're just the worst.
And I just want to give an honorable mention to the Human Centipede because
No, dude, that's just
No,
bad.
I can't. Ah,
That
That
shit's
one-
garbage.
No,
Yeah.
it's fun.
that's gross out. We're gonna make it as gross as it possibly can
Yeah,
be.
for the
Yeah.
sake of it being gross.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I was
Hey,
like,
Justin, you
what
a little
the fuck
off.
is going on?
I am. Look at me. I'm just.
Yeah,
up
you
here.
move your chair when you.
Is that good enough?
Yeah.
You like the motions? Them hip thrusts? You got the vapor
I'm
slip?
just trying to make sure we get a
How about
good
now?
shot.
You hot now?
This is for your show.
It's our show. I did this for you.
Oh, anyway, you
wanna drink some
really
hot Kool-Aid?
Human Centipede?
It didn't really bother me that much. So I was just like, what the fuck is going on?
It's
in
just
this
like, it's
movie?
such a non-movie though. It's like I'm a crazy dude and I want to sew some face to an asshole. I did it.
And
Let's
then
spend
they-
another 45 minutes showing this shit. It's like,
Yeah.
what? That's
I don't know. There was something kind of entertaining about it to me. It was just like so gross for no reason. I was like, what the fuck is going on with this?
No, it's
And like thinking of how they actually shot that, like having to actually like have their faces up to each other's
I'd
asses.
rather not think
never
about that.
thought. I've never thought about that before.
Yeah,
oh
the
my god.
actors actually having to be like.
Yeah, I don't
like,
want to think
face
about that.
ass the whole time. It's so ridiculous. It's funny to me.
Yeah, I know.
yeah,
That's so crazy.
no.
Jesus,
All right,
Murphy.
Justin.
No, what about Colin?
Colin said
That's
Samurai
a
Cop.
Samurai Cop.
Oh, sorry, sorry.
Jesus, the
Um,
best movie.
Wait, did it just jump? Wait, so we jumped over.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
okay.
dun.
Yeah, we're just kind of going.
Okay, hop over. So mine's a cheat because it's actually two good movies, but they're so fucking.
The Revenant.
No. Sergeant Kabuki Man.
Never heard of that.
Oh my god, it's this cop who gets caught up in this weird, like feudal Japan ceremony where some guy is trying to take the powers of Kabuki Man. Yeah.
When did they make this movie?
This is I think maybe early '90s, late '80s.
Oh, okay, yeah, that'd fucking
And
explain it.
it's from the Trauma Team. Okay. It's amazing fucking
Yeah.
Uncle Lloyd, like Lloyd Kaufman, like dude's a genius. But anyways, he created the character. So the premise for that one is so some white cop gets caught up in like this play where these evildoers whip out guns, start blasting everything, and then the audience are just like, "Wow, this play's really interactive." Like they even got like this is how purposefully dumb this is. They're like they even got actors in the play, like in the seats to act because people are getting shot in the head and shit.
Oh my God.
So fucking dumb. And then one of the things I guess to become Sergeant Kabuki Man, what you have to do is you have to make out with the current Kabuki Man, and like while he's dying, transfer the powers over, eat like a handful of worms. It's so fucking weird. Okay. So, anyways, the old man gets shot, the current Kabuki man, and the white cop goes like, "Are you okay? You okay?" And the old man just like grabs him, and starts making out with him. So like he's half partially turning into Kabuki man. So there'd be scenes where he would just sit in front of the camera, go, and then white face makeup would come up. And then like he'd be wearing a geisha like skirt or something. Like he slowly starts. He's wearing like the clog sandals and shit. So dumb. We're gonna watch Sergeant Kabuki Man because it's fucking amazing.
Jesus Christ.
The other one is the Toxic Avenger. I've mentioned this.
Oh, I've heard of
talked
that. I've
about
heard
it.
of that.
You've talked about it,
So
though.
fucking good. I love that movie. It is so stupid how everything happens where a nerd gets tossed or he jumps out of a window because he's getting ridiculed by people, and he's got a pom-pom little dress tutu, lands in a vat of open chemicals because the truck drivers wanted to snort cocaine at the stop sign or the red light, and this transforms this.
The fucking cocaine got me.
It transforms this meek little twig dude into this giant hulking brute, and his weapon is a broom. And like he shoves it in people's faces and like punctures the skull with the broom and like mops up. He's like, "I'm cleaning crime now," like shit like that.
Man.
Oh yeah,
80s
I'm
and
gonna
90s,
clean up this city.
yeah. It is
Renaissance.
so fucking good. But then an actual bad movie that it's good for me is Jason Takes Manhattan.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it was bad. Okay, it wasn't
There's some
good.
very stereotypical, like corny
Yeah.
Jason deaths in there. Like really bad. Like the boxer on top of the building who's like punching fucking Jason in the head and he gets all tired. He's like,
That was honestly
a shot. Clean
was-
cut off. Whee! Into the trash can.
I gotta say that's one of my favorite actual like Friday the 13th moments though, because
Yeah.
it's always about characters running away and then getting killed, and then this one dude's like, "All right, fuck it, I'm gonna fight you," and then I mean he kind of like he doesn't beat Jason at all, but he kind of like stumbles him a bit.
Right? Like
gets him a
he's
bit.
back at him getting close to the edge, so if you at least knock him off the edge,
Yeah.
he could run away by like
He gets
2 feet away.
the head getting punched off was a little much, but I love the idea of like the boxer trying to fight Jason.
Oh my God.
I thought it was cool.
Or just a bad movie, Jason X.
Oh God.
That is so.
I mean, other than the original four, were any of the Friday the 13th that great?
I like
Even
Jason
some of the original four, were they
Yeah.
that good?
No, they were bad, but I like Jason versus Freddy. That was an excellent horror villain mashup. It was really well done because you got the corniness and jokes of Freddy and the severity and like out of nowhere appearance of Jason for killing and stuff. I
Yeah.
thought it was very well done. Very well done for that. But also still I know it's not a good movie.
Yeah.
All right, one of the things I want to talk to you guys about.
Yeah.
2017 is coming to an end, which, by the way, just a quick heads up, we will not be having a podcast next weekend. So next Wednesday, not this Wednesday when this is released, obviously. The following one, we're not going to have a podcast because I'm out of town, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys are going to be going back.
I leave Monday night. I'm like,
See, I was
I'm
thinking about
missing
doing
a
the
bunch
same.
of school, but I was like, I don't care.
I was thinking about leaving Tuesday as long as there's no tests or anything happening. I was thinking about just jumping ship and fucking leaving early, surprising the wife and kid, right? So there's nothing, there will be nothing released in the coming weeks for podcasts. But I'm also going to have these Let's Plays that we're going to be recording now, and we're going to have that kind of like in supplement until we get all back together. But 2017 is ending. I just wanted to what do you guys your retrospective look of it? How do you guys feel with it? Do you think it's been a good year? Do you think it's been an okay year? Compared to so 2016 was the year of celebrity deaths.
Yeah.
Some amazing fucking actors have passed. We go from depressing to depressing. In 2017,
Scary and depressing.
Yes. With now, this is the year of the hashtag Me Too movement, the Harvey Weinsteins and Kevin Spaceys and Louis C.K. and
Net neutrality.
Well, for us,
Donald
thankfully, Donald Trump grabbing him by the pussy,
Fucking hell.
right?
It's been a shitty year. Holy shit! I didn't even
Right?
realize it.
Luckily,
All this shit
gone
is
through some
2017.
Well,
luckily for us, net neutrality doesn't affect us.
Yes, thank God.
Thank God. But that's another thing for the Americans, right?
Oh, Canada. Never mind. I just love Canada.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, it's been I just wanted to get you guys your thought. So from pop culture events to for you guys now, How do you guys feel about
Like
2017?
personal
yeah,
and then
yeah,
in general?
personal and everything else that's happened in the world. How do you guys feel?
Well, I mean, personally, 2017's been a good year for me. 2017 was the live Roundtree figure your shit out year.
Okay.
This was, a year before. I literally, from all through high school and stuff, I had no idea what the hell I was going to do with my life. And then this was the year where it was like, I figured out what I'm going to do. I went and did it. I'm starting to do the thing I actually really like. So this was a really good year for me. It was the year I kind of found myself more than any other thing.
Yeah.
So personally, 2017 has been one of my best years. Pop culture wise, yeah, it's. I honestly trying to think of the good that's happened this year is kind of hard because it's all overshadowed by the bad.
Yeah.
I want to say the best thing is a lot of really good movies came out this year, but along with really good movies coming out came all of the bad shit about the movie industry.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Pop culture wise, 2017 has sucked, and like. Luckily, Canada really hasn't had a lot of shit happen this year.
I mean,
I feel like.
with the college strike, yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
yeah.
college strike.
Remember that
was
happened? We were
shit.
gone
Yeah,
for a
that
month and a
was-
half.
Yeah, that was
on-
ass.
That was only Ontario, but
I mean,
yeah.
I feel better about the strike now because we're actually doing stuff, and it's like
Yeah.
it got resolved really well. I found. Maybe not the actual strike, but how our teachers have been handling it. I
Yeah.
think has been done
yeah.
really good. So I don't feel as bad about the strike, but coming from. With the strike though, adding the 2017 as a whole, 2017 sucked.
Yeah.
Ass.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my take on it.
Yeah. Well, for me, I feel the same as Liberty when it comes to 2017 personally. It's like when I figured out what I was gonna do as well, and I got out of like sitting in my mother's basement and actually going out in the world and doing something. And like actually trying my best to, better myself and like both kind of like socially and like trying to pursue a career someday and stuff like that. So for that, it's been really good for me too. In terms of pop culture, yeah, all the stuff that happened in Hollywood is pretty shitty. And
Yeah.
That's pretty bad.
I think it's the
pretty-
best way
yeah,
to say
it's
2017.
pretty shitty.
Hollywood's pretty shitty right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
But I feel like for me, when it comes to like maybe like other aspects, like say like this year in like video games, I think has been really good. I think is for like the video game industry, I think it hasn't been any better or any shittier at the same time, because at one side of the spectrum you have like EA doing all that shit with like Battlefront 2. But like at the other end, you have like Mario Odyssey coming out and like all that great stuff.
I really feel like for 2017 for games, it's again the Switch, everything that's happened, it's been amazing, everything's great. Nintendo literally feels like it's the only company right now that's not doing the fucking either the pay to win mentality or the goddamn boxes.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna say Blizzard, but then you said
Like
the
the
boxes.
loot
and I was
crates
like,
and the boxes and like it's like it really feels like the industry isn't trying to find a way to innovate right now. Like 2017 has not felt like a year of innovation except for the stuff from Nintendo. I honestly feel that way. It feels like all that it's been has been like, okay, fucking this new hot item of loot boxes came out. Every game needs to have a way to fucking implement a goddamn loot box. How are we gonna do this? But what about the game controls? I don't give a shit. What about the story? You're fired.
PC port.
Yeah. And like the fucking PC ports are crashing left and right. And it's like, but we got this loot box system. It's like,
I mean-
fuck you, dude.
Do you know what one was the worst for me? Goddamn. It was Advanced Warfare. Call of Duty was the first one they put in the loot box system, and Call of Duty has always been a game about it's pretty simple and it's cheesy, but it's like you play a multiplayer to unlock attachments and camos and stuff, and then loot boxes came and it's like, oh, but there's this one camo you can't get unless you get a loot box, and you get a loot box once for every 13 hours of play.
Or pay $2.99.
Oh yeah, or you can do
guess
that.
so.
So for that, it was really like oh shit, this is going down. And then Battlefront especially. Oh my god. Because look back at the old Xbox Battlefront and how it's literally gameplay. It's you get in and you fucking play and it's fun.
Yeah.
And then the loot boxes, it's like,
Don't worry about it. I
Don't
see
worry about
footsteps.
Is there a ghost?
No, there's
No.
someone open up the door out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I don't know. The loot box. I agree with you on the loot box.
Don't worry.
Don't
Fucking
worry
ghost
about
is
it.
still out
Just
there.
keep
Don't
going.
worry.
Yeah.
The loot boxes I agree on. Have kind of
Yeah. It's a sour note.
oversaturated
Yeah.
by far.
Such a
Yeah.
fucking sour note.
Honestly,
I guess.
sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I guess it's not a big problem for me because I just play single player games all the time.
But, like,
And a
if-
lot of those have been fucking great lately, so I'm,
Yeah,
I'm
but it
pretty
also
satisfied.
it really feels like the age of single player games is disappearing. It really feels like
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I think actually, for personally, I think it's making a comeback. I think it's starting to make a comeback. Actually, I feel
But-
like multiplayer was a big thing for a while, but I think it's starting to balance out because you're getting a lot of stuff on Switch and games like Doom 2016, which came out last year, and like
Red Dead Redemption coming out next year.
and like
But it's not this year.
Red Dead
Yeah.
is gonna have online though, and GTA single player game now known for its online.
Very true.
So I don't know
Yeah.
if they. I
Very
mean,
true.
it's gonna be hard to do with Red Dead because GTA is such an
Yeah, no.
expansive game.
Yeah.
To counter what you said though about multiplayer versus single player.
Just don't. Just
Sorry, that
ignore it.
keeps distracting me.
Yeah, I know.
The looking at.
Come on, don't worry about it. Come on.
Is it okay?
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
I didn't want to like fuck.
Welcome, Raimi, everybody. Hey! Ba-da-da-da-da.
For the first, this is your first time ever on camera on a podcast, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
What
What
did you came? Are you just coming to sit?
No, I'm saying bye.
Oh.
I'm
Bye, Raimi.
Bye,
Raimi.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
You can't just steal other people's
Yeah.
shit. Just come up with your own. Make it slightly out of tune.
Ba-da-da-da-da.
Anyway,
Your audio was all me today, so if it's fucked up, I'm really sorry.
All right, you're
It's
fired.
all right.
Thank you.
thanks. Peace out.
Take it
Thanks,
easy,
Raimi. See ya.
That was Raimi.
That
Anyway,
was Raimi.
going
over
back-
In
here.
case you didn't guess, that was
Going back to the multiplayer thing to
Yeah.
counter that, Rainbow Six Siege was released. I want to say
2015?
3 years ago or 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2015, 2014, yeah.
Yep. So 3 or 2 years ago, and it like lately, like this year, maybe past couple months, hit one of its highest player
Yeah,
counts.
especially on PC. Like, that thing blew the fuck up,
And
man.
it's entirely multiplayer.
Yep.
There is single player assets, but it's almost entirety of the game is multiplayer.
Well, the single player
Yeah.
assets is to get you ready for the,
Yeah.
literally just to play multiplayer.
Yeah.
And I think it's honestly been one of Ubisoft's better handled games in
Yeah.
terms of Ubisoft kind of has a track record of being shitty when they come to handling DLC
Yeah.
and stuff.
I think Ubisoft is kind of in between. They can be like bad like EA sometimes, or they can be really good and make something surprisingly good
Ubisoft's
like
like-
Mario plus
yeah.
Rabbids.
And like when looking back at the new one of the newer Rayman games came out, like Rayman Legends or something
Yeah,
like that.
Rayman's Legends
That was a
was
great
good as
game.
fuck.
Yeah.
That's
And that
a
was-
really good platform.
And that was, I think it was like Ubisoft, like, I feel like it was like Ubisoft, but like one of their like smaller shell
Yeah, yeah.
companies they had too. But I mean, still, it was a really good product Ubisoft put out. So
Yep.
Yeah.
100%.
anyway, we're talking about
Yeah.
video games again. Let's go back to.
Yeah. So, Colin, what about you?
2017 though, good year of video games
Good and bad.
and bad.
Yeah.
Well, and with the whole pop culture thing, I have to agree with you guys.
Not much
It's
you
been
can really
just
say.
like generally like all over the place. We've gotten some good movies, but the entire Hollywood thing blowing up, it's general shit.
Yeah.
On a personal level, 2017 was a very good year. Very, very good year because I started out the year working at a job I didn't really want to work. The company was good, all the people were fine. It's just I didn't want to fucking work in
Yeah,
that
you
industry.
didn't have the
and-
passion for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. I didn't want to do it,
Yeah.
and I finally had the courage and all that to like actually apply for school for something I'm really interested in. Come here, move out of my parents' house for the first time in my life. I'm exercising, eating better than I always had been. So, 2017 has been a very good year for me, actually.
Shit.
That's the
For me.
all of it,
That's
everything.
like the
shit.
most dramatic thing ever. Just
His
one
year?
finger up. Just, shit.
We've all given these long answers like 2017. Shit. Justin
It's all
Lamar.
been great personally for us. What about you?
It's been
My
like
life sucks.
it's been literally like oh, I'm supposed to move. Cool. The house was gonna get renovated. Cool. It took like 4 months for this to get done. Cool. Okay.
Okay, bye again.
Bye.
See ya.
What's up,
Bye.
Shane? Nothing?
All right.
Oh, all right, cool. Yeah.
All right.
Shane, come say hi. Since we just talked about you, so we don't need to
Talking to my neck.
talking his neck beard. Become his neck beard.
Hey, you could white balance off my pants.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fucking. It hasn't been the greatest thing. Biggest issue was, like I said, trying to like when I finally realized, oh wait, I don't want to live in Sudbury because there's no opportunities in Sudbury. It was either I do a trade, which I didn't give a shit about, or I become a doctor, which I didn't give a shit about. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave the fucking. There's nothing in Sudbury. It's a trade city, or you become a doctor or a nurse.
Oh, I thought you meant like you had the opportunity, like you were in like medical school or something.
No.
You were like,
So
I
you
could have
just
been a
graduate
doctor, but I
medical
decided
school,
to
like,
become a franchise.
I could have been a contender. But no, like with my last job, I was working at my martial arts academy, and I'm like, okay, this could be something that I could generally enjoy and become do a career with. And then unfortunately, certain things kind of fell apart.
Yep, stuff happens. Right?
So, and then I'm like, okay, fuck, like I got laid off. I was on unemployment. I'm like, what am I gonna do with my life? And I still remember, like a few years ago, I had done a film. I'm like, fuck, like I love doing that, and I love doing things online. I was doing the fucking Let's Plays and the podcasts and all that stuff before. And I'm like, I really like doing that. So my wife was just finally like, well, why don't you just fucking go to school for it? Boom, financial, amazing. I left for RTX that summer and this past summer, and then the fucking Greno guys who were supposed to do my place told me it was gonna take 3 days. It took them 2 months to fucking finish the renovations. So by the time we actually put the house for sale on the market, it was winter time. Therefore, no one buys fucking houses in winter time.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
So we got fucked over. That is why I am still living in a hotel, and my wife is still in Sudbury, and now we're gonna rent the house because we don't have another option. That's just what it is now.
Yep.
So we're gonna get that done, and then after that, hopefully, like once that gets done, we're gonna save money and they can move down. That aspect is balls. This, being able to do this shit and actually be like, I'm in school for doing what I love, and actually coming back with the goddamn podcast and doing all this stuff for Select Start Network again, makes me very happy. But still, further down the drain than up in the roses for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But not to end on a sour note, we got one final thing. I asked these fine gentlemen to come up with a list of words that the younger millennials say. I need to figure out what the fuck it is, and if I'm right, I get a point.
So
Yay.
I don't know what the word is yet either, but I don't even know if I know it.
So then, we have
I'll tell you if I know it or not.
Okay, okay.
I won't tell you what it is.
all right. So we're gonna play a game, and it's pretty much Millennial Jeopardy.
Oh, can I be on it?
No, you can't be on it.
Yeah, I'll
You,
fucking kick your ass.
you also look for fucking words.
Yeah, that's true. I did.
So
I got all these definitions.
we are going to go with a 3-strike. No. Ooh.
Okay, wait, but he's got different words than me, so can
I
I be a
have
part
a-
of it? I'll just answer last.
What?
Okay, we'll do a 2-series game. We'll do one with Colin with his words, and if you don't know the words, you can join in. And then we'll go to you with your words, and then if someone else wants to join in, they can join in.
We'll just do Colin's words.
Okay, okay. All right.
Okay.
Insert infographic thing that I don't have. That'll just be words on text. Millennial Jeopardy.
Okay.
I'll choose Millennial for 200, Alex.
All right. We're starting out easy.
Square.
We're starting
Alex.
out.
What is millennial, Alex?
All right. Wait. So you want me? Okay.
Say the word.
Okay. Basic.
Basic. Now, can you use it in a sentence, please?
That bitch is so basic. I want to use. Can I
You
use
be
sentence
the
person?
phrase, dude?
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
So like, you say like, you see that girl's Uggs? She's fucking basic.
Okay.
It's a basic bitch.
If
dog.
I had, so I've heard this. I've heard the term basic bitch before.
Yep.
I have 2 ideas as to what it is. One of them being, you are such a generic fuck that you wear or do these things that fit you in a mold.
Ding ding ding. That's pretty much it.
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah,
answer. I
that's
think
basically
that's
it.
What's the
summarizes
definition
it.
for it, though?
That's basically.
it's
I
like-
just have the list.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
So
basically-
basic would be that.
It means like you're doing what everybody else
Yeah.
is doing.
You are the generic type.
You're
Yes.
nothing special.
Yeah.
Point me.
Right.
Fuck you, millennials.
It's also just kind of like used as a diss, like not
Yeah.
even meaning that. It's like you're basic. It's like,
Yeah.
fuck you.
Gotcha. All right.
Okay. Slay.
Slay.
Santa rides it. Boom.
SLAY.
SLAY.
Yep.
So before, Slay, like, as in I slayed the beast. I conquered
That's
the
not
blah,
what
blah.
it means, though.
Okay, use it in a sentence, please.
Slay,
Okay.
bitch, slay.
Did you see Beyonce last night? She was slaying it.
Oh, so you own it. You wrecked it. You're on top.
Yeah.
It's also kind of like it means like staying on top of like fashion in a way too.
See
It's
that?
like wearing the stylish stuff is kind of same.
Yeah.
words.
That's a good one. I gave it away with Beyonce, man. Beyonce.
Yeah.
Beyonce.
It
Okay,
was Beyonce that
Beyonce's
sold it.
slaying. It has to be something good.
Yeah.
Okay. Shook.
I can give you an example for this one. Oh my God, I'm
A couple of the
shook
plot
right
twists
now.
in Star Wars had
I'm-
me shook.
I
Or like-
mean,
They
not- no
asked, I got
spoilers,
my
no
mocha
spoilers here.
latte frappuccino and it didn't have whipped cream on it. I am shook to my core.
so it's an over-exaggeration of either being not depressed, but being like, oh my God,
Yeah,
hold
this
on.
one, this
No,
one
no.
doesn't seem like too much slang to me. It seems pretty self-explanatory.
Well, no, because
That's the thing, it's slang.
It is kind of
it's slang. So it would be like it shocked you, like it shocked you to the core. It's like, oh my God,
Yeah,
I can't
yeah,
believe this
shocked.
has happened to me.
Exactly.
Like you're over dramatizing something.
Yeah, basically. Yeah,
I'd say it's like the best word to describe it is being rattled. It rattled me. is the
There you
same
go.
thing.
Yes.
There
Okay.
you go. Yeah.
I am 3-0 right now.
I'm giving you really good sentences, though. I'll tell you that.
Okay, then make it hard for me, bitch.
Well, I mean, that's not easy to make hard sentences.
This one should be easy.
Okay.
Lit.
Yes, it's
We'll
lit,
do that
fam.
one. Yeah, exactly.
Said 2 words he didn't know.
Lit. Okay, so I've heard
party
this.
was
I've
lit.
heard this used in like we're gonna get lit tonight. I've heard people say that before.
It's got multiple definitions.
Yeah. So one of them would be like you're getting your party on. You're gonna get fucking. You're gonna get drunk or whatever. You're gonna have an amazing time. The other one's saying like it's lit, fam. Being like this is the shit. Like the good way. Like this is the best of the best. The fucking highlight of the world.
So
Yeah.
you know how the way I describe like being lit, that's why I'm speaking up. The way I describe getting or being lit is like you know how there's those like mugs that'll say like I don't get drunk, I get awesome.
Okay.
It's basically in the context of awesome there, replace awesome with lit, and that's basically how lit is used day to day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I hate people that use the
So that was
word lit.
4.
Yes.
So was I? What would you say I was correct on that?
Yeah, we'll get you.
4-0. You'll go. Thank you. Thank you so much, Game Master.
You got that one, baby.
All
It's
right.
only because of my sentence.
You squeezed by.
All right,
You
the last
squeezed
one. The last one.
Okay, I have the whole fucking
Yeah,
list
Oh,
here.
that's
I'm
what
like,
we're
he
gonna
has like
save it.
30.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go for 5 for tonight. I
Okay.
want to go 5 and 0.
Pick a hard one. Pick a hard one.
hard one? Okay. Okay.
Fuck me. Oh man. Oh Jesus.
Okay.
Oh.
Ghosting.
Oh, fuck! I know that. It's like it's an
Password.
example is like when you are a part of a conversation you want out, or if someone calls you and you just ghost out, you don't fucking respond. You just leave that person dead.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
You're wrong.
Yeah,
What?
You are wrong.
Yeah.
What is it?
Ghosting is when have some sort of relationship with somebody in any way, and then so it's like it could be a friendship, something
yeah.
like that, and then you just completely drop all social media ties with them.
Oh motherfucker! I was like on that.
No, you
God,
you
you
said
damn
you're
it.
having
No
a
cigar.
conversation
Fuck.
and then you just ghost away. No, it's like you stop texting somebody, you like block them on Twitter, shit like that. That's ghosting.
Okay.
It's just you
So
stop.
you cut ties
responding.
with the person completely.
It's almost entirely based on like fucking cell phones, though. It's like you can't just ghost somebody in real life.
Yeah.
But it's more like just stop talking to them and.
Okay.
The best way to describe it is like if you're in like a relationship with a girl and then you don't want to be, so you just kind of stop talking to her without saying anything. That would be considered ghosting.
Okay.
Me every day.
All right.
I've done it before too.
Well, I'm not a savage like you guys. With that, everybody, 2018, very quickly, what do you expect? Lib, go.
I expect some badass action films.
All
That's
right.
what I expect.
Cole, 2018, what do you expect?
I expect some fucking good video games.
Okay, Colin.
A lot of celebrity pervert plot twists. Like there's gonna come out some
Plot
shit.
twists?
Like,
Yeah,
no, like
just-
we're gonna hear about some celebrities doing some nasty shit that we never fucking expected.
Charlie Day. I'm calling it Charlie Day.
Charlie
Christ,
Day.
okay.
Jesus
Charlie Day
Christ.
tips
All right.
his feet
I
in
don't want to
mashed
believe
potatoes.
that. I don't want to believe that. For me, 2018, I want to fight again. That's pretty much it. I just want to fight.
Okay.
All right. So with that, everybody, thank you very much for joining us. Have yourselves a happy 2017. Oh, yes. Yes, we need to do one last thing. We are going to be throwing fries at Liberty here to see.
First one.
Yeah. So between Colin and I, Colin, you go ahead. This is like beer pong, but extreme.
Lob it, get some air.
No,
on
let
it.
him let him decide.
This is
Okay,
mine.
okay, I
This
gotta
is
be able
mine.
to
I
go.
know
Okay,
my
okay.
throwing techniques, man. I know how to do this.
Oh! All
Gotta
right.
give it more air.
Tongue
There
on
it
it.
is. That's how we end the show.
Yep.
2017, here we go with a fucking between the nuts,
All right.
into the mouth. Oh! That was in! That was in! All right, everybody. Thank you, everybody,
damn it.
so much for joining us at the Select Start Network podcast. I am Justin Larche.
I am Colin Burns.
Fucking Cole Fierce.
I'm Liberty Roundtree.
That's Liberty Roundtree.
That's Liberty.
Hey, with that, everybody, have yourselves a fucking happy holidays and all that jazz. We'll
Happy
see you back in
Hanukkah.
2018.
Have a good Kwanzaa.
Bye, fuck you.
Bye.
Hold on. There it is. I'm going to end it like this. Enjoy the music, fuckers.
That's
Done
terrible.
that in post.
I know.